Does your makeup look like trash? Is your makeup separating and peeling and just like not staying on? Even though you swear you're using the best of the best makeup products. Well, are you using the best of the best skincare products or skin prep? In this video, I'm going to be talking all about skin prep for makeup. A lot of people don't like to do a lot of skin prep because they think it can make their makeup pill, but it's actually just about using the right products. So I'm going to be going through each step in this video and how you can get your makeup to look flawless. Okay, so the first step is cleanser. You always want to start with a clean face. That is probably one of the most important parts, especially if you have oily skin like I do. I never put makeup on like my oily face. I always clean my face. So I actually already did that. It does not matter what cleanser you use, just your normal one that you use is fine. Just whatever one works best with your skin. I use the CeraVe foaming one, the one that's good for oily skin, and that one works great for me. But also, I want to get into the difference between skin prep and skincare. Skin prep is more like short-term results, like it makes your skin looking really good immediately so that it's prepped for your makeup to look good. But skincare is long-term effects to make your skin looking good even when you're not wearing makeup. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the best skin prep routine and the best products. Okay, so first up is sprays. They are not necessary, but I like to use it to kind of just make my skin prepped a little better for my makeup. I'll put examples on the screen for each step, but I love using the Tower 28 spray. The Costa spray I've also been really wanting to try. I've heard great things about it. Also the Bioma spray. It depends which one I use. If I have any like acne on my face, I'll use the Tower 28 spray. This one is also great even when you're not doing makeup, just to kind of like clean up your face if you are breaking out or something. I love this spray. But today I'm just gonna go in with my Bioma face mist. This one is good for brightening and balancing your skin. I'm gonna let it fully dry. The key to all skin prep products is hydration. Even if you have oily skin, even if you have dry skin, hydration is good for all types of skin. Okay, so next is toner. Milky toners are best. You wanna find like a hydrating milky toner. I use one from Bioma, literally called Hydrating Milky Toner. The one from Rhode, I've also heard is amazing. I've heard it's better than this one, but this one is a little more affordable and more accessible to me, but I do wanna try the Rhode one sometime. And I am just going to take this and drench my face with it. So I put it in my hands, and then I'm just gonna like pat it into my face. And I put a lot on because I love this toner and I think it is a great first step on your, or I guess second step, because the first step was the spray, but still. Okay, and then once it is patted all in, the next step is serum. So the key things to look for when I look for serum is niacinamide and hydrochloric acid. So those both are going to be really good for skin prep, and especially if you have oily skin, niacinamide is great. And hydrochloric acid is just like a hydrating ingredient, so it's good for all skin prep. My favorite serums, there's a lot. So first we have this one. This is my favorite Drunk Elephant product. This is so good. I love this serum so much, and I'm so sad because I'm like so close to running out, and it is very expensive, unfortunately, but I love it so much. I think this is so worth it. Another one that is on the more expensive side is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Serum. I think this is a great serum. It makes my skin feel amazing, and it doesn't pill with my other products, because there are some serums that I've tried that do pill with my other products, which is not what you want. But the one that I use more for like every day, because it's a drugstore product, is the e.l.f. Thirst Burst Drops. I think these ones are great. I love them. And then these are a dupe of the Glow Recipe Drops, which also so good. And then another great one is the Milk. They have these new serum sticks, and the red one is great for skin prep. So actually I'm going to start with putting this on. It's also pretty cooling, which I love. I always love cooling products before I start my makeup because it depuffs your skin. And then I'm just going to pat that into my skin. And then I am going to go in with the Drunk Elephant serum. This one is a little more of like a heavier serum. You can use a more liquidy serum with one of the more heavier ones. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's not like dripping down my face is what I'm trying to say. And then I'm just gonna rub it into my skin. The difference between serum and moisturizer, which I'll get into next, serum kind of like sinks into your skin. Moisturizer kind of sits on top, so it's like markers and pencils. Markers will like seep into the paper, but pencils and like colored pencils sit on top of the paper. And skin prep is also about finding what works best for you and your skin. But I hope that these examples that I'm putting on the screen are helping you figure out like what you want your skin prep routine to look like. I also love the Drunk Elephant serum because it's like, it has a little bit of tackiness to it, which will help my makeup stick onto my face. And also, I do think you can use more liquidy serum and then a more like heavier serum. So like this one's more liquidy, this one is more, I don't know the word, just like not as liquidy, I don't know. But you can use both of these and then that would still give a really good effect. With like this is a good combination too. Okay, and then now for moisturizer. So there are so many different good moisturizers for skin prep, but I always try to look for the more water-based moisturizer or the more gel moisturizers. I feel like there's a lot of brand who have just a good moisturizer for like every day, and then they have a good skin prep moisturizer like Tatcha. I know that they have like their water moisturizer and then their other one, like the blue and purple one. Same with Drunk Elephant, same with Charlotte Tilbury. These are my two favorite ones. We have the high-end product and then the drugstore product, even though this is kind of expensive. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury water cream, not the other one. The water cream, that is best for skin prep. It's really just gonna like maximize the hydration. You don't want it to be too heavy or else it could pill with your other products or it could just like make your makeup not look good. But that's one that I'm gonna use today. But the Neutrogena water gel that I just showed, that one is also so good. It is so cooling. I do love that one because it is just like almost like a gel moisturizer. And then I'm just gonna rub that into my skin again. And as you can see, my skin is looking super glowy and nothing is pilling. The products are all mixing together really, really well. I love my face to almost look like I'm like a super glowy. I love it to look super glowy. And you can see it definitely gave that effect. Okay, next is eye cream. This is also not a necessary step. I do it sometimes, I don't do it other times. It really does not matter. But if your eyes are super puffy, a cooling eye cream could be really good for you. There are a lot of really good ones. I'm gonna go in with the Florence by Mills one. I love this one because the applicator, it has like a metal tip, which is super cooling, especially if you like put it in your fridge. Don't be afraid to put skincare products in your fridge. It's actually so nice. Especially like my skin prep products, but the cooling applicator will just like help depuff my eyes, and I just think it is so nice. And then I'm just gonna pat it in. Okay, and then now sunscreen. I have always found it difficult to find a sunscreen that is good for skin prep and that doesn't pill with the rest of my products, but I have a few that I love. I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. tinted one today. I love this one because it is specifically also used as a makeup primer, but I'll also get into primer next step as a separate thing. But I love this one so much. I think it looks great with my makeup. It makes my skin look super glowy. My favorite like high-end one that I've tried is the Drunk Elephant one, which I was not expecting to love that one so much, but that is my favorite sunscreen. I've also heard the Super Goop one is really good. So there are ones out there, but I feel like it's kind of hard to find one. And I've also been bringing each product down to like my neck a little bit because I like to bring my makeup down to my neck a little bit. Also, just because this is a tinted sunscreen doesn't mean you need a tinted sunscreen. I just like it because it kind of just like takes out the redness of my skin before I put on makeup. And as you can see, it also helped make my skin look super glowy. So usually for every day, I will just use this as a primer. There are really great primers you can put on top of sunscreen. My favorite ones are the gripping primers, like the e.l.f. Power Grip, the Milk Gripping Primer, or just like the kind of more tackier primers. Those ones go best with my base, but also I've heard that they aren't for everyone. I've heard that the e.l.f. one breaks some people out, but I use the niacinamide one, the pink one, not the blue one, because this is like the best primer that I've used that mixes well with my skin. I also love like stick primers, this one and then the Milk one also. Milk and e.l.f. really know how to do primers. But this one, it is a cooling primer. You can put the stick all over your face, but also I just love to go with it under my eyes. And that way it adds a little something under my eyes and it's a little cooling, which I love. If I don't use an eye cream, then like sometimes I'll use this, sometimes I'll do nothing. It really, I don't know. The under eye stuff I feel like is all optional, but it can elevate your makeup, especially if like your concealer always is looking rough, then this will help. So I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Power Grip. Okay, and the key part with the tacky primers, if you wanna lightly like tap it into your skin, but don't like rub it in so much that it like seeps into your skin, because you want it to sit on top of your skin, and that is how like the tackiness is gonna work. So I kind of just like spread it throughout my skin, and then you have to wait. You have to let it dry so that it gets tacky. So I'm gonna wait like a minute, 30 seconds, not that long, but just until I feel that it starts to get tacky. And you can even like dry it with a fan or your hands or something. And a lot of people, I feel like, have a little skincare fan. I just like usually do this, but I do have a little skincare fan, but it's at my parents' house, not at my apartment. Okay, and then once it's tacky enough, the bottle should literally stick to your face. Yeah. Okay, and then the last thing I like to do is a lip product. So I have this lip primer from Philosophy, and this is my favorite one I've ever used. You just want something though that's like clear and that'll prep your lips so that when you get to your lips, because I always do my lips last in my routine, when you get to it, your lips are going to be clean and not chapped, and they're going to be smooth, and it's going to be great. So here is the final base look. My skin prep. My skin is super glowy, my lips are super shiny, and they're ready for makeup. So I will be back to show you guys what the final look looks like, and I'll show you how nice my skin looks when I do this routine. Okay guys, I am back. My makeup looks great. Why does it look like I have blush blindness right there, like just in that spot? Anyways, that has nothing to do with my skin, so. But my makeup looks so good. Nothing is patchy, nothing is like pilling or anything. I think it looks great. And it is still very glowy. I also put powder on certain parts of my face, so if it's matte, then that's why. But yeah, I think it looks really good. But yeah, that's all. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!